Bodvar onto the Hattori here. Hattori, you know, kind of has a fair spot in the meta. We saw some of it from Fiend yesterday, saw a little bit of it in 2v2s last weekend. Haven't seen too much of the Hattori in 1v1s, but we'll see the way it starts out today from Java. We have sword v sword.
So you're probably just not going to see any more hammers at all in here, because I feel like a lot of people are just dropping that. You know, if a Bodvar main is dropping Bodvar for, you know, the Hattori, okay. But, hey, good start right here for Java. You know, doesn't matter who he's actually playing. It does seem like he's doing quite well. Hasn't been hit yet, actually. This is definitely not the start that you want to have this late into the bracket. You know, top 12 situation, and you haven't to be able to land a hit. This man might get a perfect stock if you keep playing like this. There it is. Finally gets himself a hit. Thank you.
He's at least going to deny that one. We'll see if megd can fight his way back. But the clean play from Java so far was looking really good. Even interrupted that down air with the sword neutral light.
Nice.
Easy. Just super easy, super clean. That truly looked like an effortless stock. It wasn't like one big explosion right away, one huge gimp off one read or anything like that. It was just complete punishment on everything, and it's still going. Already opens this one up with 2 hits. Neutral Sig comes out, does miss, doesn't get punished. That's like, is that the second hit Java has taken?
Yes,
that
is definitely the second hit that Java has taken. megd's going to have to start racking it up or adding it up right here like Migos, because nothing is happening right now for him. I just don't. This is interesting to see, like, this late in, but like against 2 weapons that have been in the game forever. It's not like you're like, oh, I have matchup unfamiliarity.
Yeah, definitely.
You're just getting worked right now. But hopefully he can bring himself back into it. And if not this game, hopefully this game does not affect his whole set. Because, yeah, sometimes you got to bounce back from a game like this.
Both of these weapons have been in the game since basically the beginning of time. And same thing for the Legends as well. So there's really no matchup inexperience here. It's just Java coming out, doing it huge. His spacing is on point. You see him backing up before moving forward. Jumps up, grabs the sword. There's a nice side air. Edge guard set up here. Goes for the GC neutral signature. Does finally get punished for one of those, but still not in any dangerous territory. Still in the orange on this stock. megd, I believe, is red on second stock. So we could see Java go up here. Yes, after that side light, there's the D-light neutral sig. Second one of those that has come out. megd needs to be ready to dodge that if the dodge is up off of cooldown.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that guaranteed if the dodge is not on, is on cooldown?
I believe it is unjumpable.
Yeah, because that seems a little rough right there. This is, he's been eating a lot of those so far in this here set, and he's actually going to lose the stock to that one. All right, maybe, yeah, should be able to get one right there. Luckily, Java, you know, overextending just a little bit. And I feel like, honestly, with Java, with all the real estate he has on his side, he's allowed to do that. You know, the man has just lost his first stock. He's already got good damage here on the last stock of megd. As long as he doesn't let this momentum leave, he should be taking this first game.
Insig comes out, gets punished with a double down air into the recovery. Nice neutral air. megd find his way back in. Had 4 hits uncontested. Now back to sword v sword, which Java was heavy-handedly winning earlier. Now spear v sword. Almost picked up that side air. That could have put megd in a bad spot. Neutral air going to knock Java away just a little bit. The spacing game coming out from Java. D-Light into the recovery, chasing high. Second one hits, makes the connection. That is the stock and the game.
And I like the way, you know, he was even willing to go for that. It's not even about the fact that, like, you know, it's like the highest or it's a very high force on that recovery, because it's really not like the highest forces on the spear recovery, but it covers so much space. It's just a wide swinging attack. So, like, you can cover so much really cool. Like, he hit him with the edge of that.
Yep.
And I think a lot of other, you know, recoveries probably would have just whiffed. But no, not the spear. Where they're high up, I'm covering a lot of space. You got to go.
And there is some, I guess, not necessarily steering, but like it takes your momentum into effect. So you saw the first one was a D-Light, and he went straight up with the recovery. Then that second one, he had to steer it a little bit to the left to make sure that he actually reached out far enough with that edge. Straight up wouldn't have quite had the range. We're talking left and right, specifically left, but he did have it because he was moving to the left, so that recovery continued to move him to the left.
Yeah, man, so good stuff to Java. megd going to go ahead and take it to the Lions. Let's see what he can do here. As he has to bounce back from that game. I mean, a very rough first game for him, 2 stocked, you know, and very low percentage or very low damage here on to Java. So Java's still playing a pretty good game of spacing around, but this time megd will actually get some damage on him in a reasonable time frame. So
yeah, we definitely have a much better start here, TK, compared to last game. There's the side light. He even waited for a second before throwing out the D-Light, hoping he could get the dodge in time. Even if the spot dodge came out from megd, that little pause could outlast the iframes of the dodge, so the D-Light would make a connection, but megd wasn't anywhere near it for it to hit. There's a recovery. Java, the first one to enter orange in this game, while megd still in the yellow. A much better start from this one. Seems like megd has a little bit of a better handle on the pacing of how Java wanted to play this game, which was a little bit slower, a little bit more defensive. He'll move in, move out before making a commitment, which, like, people always called and clowned on megd for being quote-unquote passive. So Java being the one to kind of slow things down in game 1 and that being effective against megd, it's a little bit interesting, and now I think megd has the handle on what Java's actually going for. Again, dodging through that one to make sure he's on the ground by the time the D-Light comes out. Yeah,
now I have to say, I mean, like, just from watching this, set, or just honestly in North America in general, they have definitely kind of slowed down, or kind of chilled out lately into what we used to know them as being like relatively aggressive. I've seen a lot more waiting around, a lot more like punish play instead of just I'm going to jump in here and see if I can overshoot and overextend for a hit. And now people are like, all right, well, I'm ready for that, so now I got to play even further back. A lot more neutral being played here, but this time, because of that, megd, as someone who's probably already been born and bred in this, is doing a lot better in this game.
And that's why, even aside from the balance changes, just like the mentality to move away from the hammer, because it is slower, it is riskier.
Right.
One of the main moves, specifically hammer D-Light, basically had its frames doubled if you end up whiffing that D-Light. So again, that's dangerous. So you're just gonna back away. You're gonna find another sword character. You're gonna find another spear character to play on, because everyone already has so much experience on those weapons. Nice side air bouncing off the wall. Java looking up to even up the stocks here. megd comes in with a double dare, and Java does get back the recovery.
I like the idea, though, Meg.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. And still, like, megd risked basically nothing there. Super damaged on second stock. But that big play, it was basically low risk, extremely high reward if megd got that stock.
Yeah, man. I mean, that would have put him way ahead, almost at stock point here of this year's game. But luckily, Java did save all his resources, didn't panic jump or panic recovery, and getting thwarted for that. So now, lives to see another day, and he's actually kind of evening it up right now. Not too much of a color difference between them on damage. I think Java could probably even this up pretty quickly with the downlights Sayer, but wait a minute. It's on the stage. megd jumping a little far out there.
Saw the side signature for the little bit of a commitment over the side of the stage. We've seen a lot of Val players doing that. I mean, just in general, but especially this weekend now that we're getting some more Val play in general in the meta and the way people are playing this game, especially 1v1s. Neutral light, you saw the fastfall come out from Java, the way he glided down to get away from that. The nice three-piece there, the D-Light ground pound, and the down air insult to injury. megd is now behind in this game. Java in pretty decent spot. If he can hug that center of the stage as far away from the blast zone as possible. Nice safe initiations here coming out from Java, using that weapon toss to try to get in. If the spot dodge comes out from megd, okay, good punishment here. Almost picked up the bottom side of that neutral air. Java really coming alive here. Has a pretty decent lead, still alive.
Yeah, actually kind of surprised. Wow, how the pace of this match just changed that quickly. My man is now in the full lead, does get the wall touch right there. And he's kind of starting to slip, though. He's going to get back on stage. You saw the 3. Slipping, taking absolutely no time now to show up. Don't be on that wall for too long. But, that would have been great. Would have sent him down, though, which is not that great at that angle, but still would have been some good damage. So, would have been fine with that. But either way, Meg is going to go ahead and get that stock. Now, I mean, it's a little interesting to see how this game is, like, flipped on his head. But I think you have to give it up to Java's offstage play. Like, every time he's been able to put Meg off stage, even if it's unarmed, he's been able to go ahead and take that stock.
We haven't really seen too much from megd off stage. Like, you just saw that side signature a little bit ago, right off stage, and then you saw kind of a similar situation there on the edge, and megd didn't really go for anything. Didn't even throw that side signature over there. Java was just pretty safe on the wall. He was doing a good job of not blowing all of his in-air movement options in case that side signature came over the corner. Again, another weapon toss there. Even though megd got through the dodge, there was a weapon spawn there for Java, so an extremely safe weapon toss. Neutral light, megd doing a great job bringing this back. The right side of that neutral air just barely makes contact onto megd. You saw the GC D-Light. Java is looking to end this one, looking to take this final stock away from megd. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Picks that one up quickly.
Okay, but yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be the spear. Now, not to say that he can't really make something happen here. Oh, watch yourself. He did touch the wall, right? All right.
Yeah, he did.
Just barely, but he's still getting marked. Does get the... Oh, man, what a good wall touch right there.
Yeah.
He barely touched the wall, and they got off there immediately. megd wasn't going to be able to threaten a down air or a ground pound in time, so just got back to stage. But I think that's kind of like... to your point, is that megd doesn't really take those chances off stage because Java has been cleaning him up, so he doesn't want to get reversed. And I like that idea, but, I mean, that means you have to be playing 120% on stage.
Java is doing an incredible job of recovering low and staying deep enough in the push-off column, because probably the least reactable thing that megd has in his kit is the side signature over the corner, because it moves you forward very quickly, and then it moves you down over that corner, throws out that hitbox down there. Java's staying on like the lower half of that sidewall, which means he's estimating perfectly like how far the jump will move him up, how far the recovery will move him up. So he's just completely avoiding that whatsoever. If megd wants to go in with like a dash jump ground pound or anything like that, that is going to be telegraphed enough that Java has plenty of time to react to it, since those are the only things that are going to be able to reach down below that sort of bottom half of that sidewall compared to the side signature. So Java's just positioning off stage is just like, okay, what are you going to do, megd? You're going to come over here? I'm winning off stage. Even if you don't come over here off stage and you throw your safe moves, they're not going to hit me, so that's not an option either. So yeah, you're exactly right. megd just has to play absolutely fantastic neutral, which, I mean, he's playing some good neutral, but it's still not enough to contend with Java.
I think the issue with that is when you don't have that off-stage play, you know, getting a stock can take so much longer because you have to blast someone past the blast zone. There's no edge guarding. You're just like, all right, if I don't get this, I have to wait for him to come back. Java looking good. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that would have been so good. Java, for the first time, actually, you know, not picking the right option out there. Might have been able to just drop down and hit another Sayer to really push him too far away from the stage, but he wanted to send a message right there with that sig.
We're seeing a little bit of pressure now coming out from megd off stage. It was 2 ground pounds, but even after getting hit by the ground pound, no panic from Java. He throws the spear up. That gives him so much room. It's sort of like a buffer, a wall that megd can't really go past without getting hit by that spear. So that's Java using his weapon advantage to keep himself extremely safe there. Now over on the wall, it's just going to be a poke. No, dash jump pivot. Like down that. Air.
Try to get it super quick with it right there. And, yep, there's the poke. And I mean, he does end up banging the wall, but still does get back to the stage. Java probably thinking that was going to go past the blast zone. Jump back on the stage a little too quickly. megd, again, you know, as you see, look, he's not doing anything off the stage. He's like, you know what, go ahead and come back. I don't trust it. Like, you're not catching me over there. But see, that means he's going to have to get stocks like that. He has to push you past the blast zone to actually get a stock.
Now, he does find that one, finds himself a lead, but even though megd hasn't been pushing off stage, that's not conditioning Java to recover any differently. It's not like Java's sitting over there being like, yeah, I can just throw everything out, get back to the stage, no problem, everything's going to be safe. Again, on the left side right before this, you saw how long he waited to throw out his sword recovery. He was almost off screen before he threw it out just so he wouldn't recover too high, get caught by anything from megd. Going to even that one up at least stock-wise. He's about 50 damage behind, has a choice of weapon. Likely going to be the spear. Yes, it does seem like he is sticking with that one. There is a weapon spawn. What is happening from Java? Don't really know what that was, especially with that strange direction on the weapon toss. Java might be having connection issues because he is running away in a different way than he has before. It seems like it's weird how some regions communicate issues with connections.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them will be like the immediate taunt, and that's sort of the signal. Other players will just like jump straight up as high as they can, recover as many times as they can in the air. Again, we're seeing Java continue to run away. Now moving back in, yeah, Java's definitely having connection issues, and this is Java, not a bot. Otherwise, a bot would be moving towards megd. So this is some honorable play that I cannot say I would do if I was in the same situation.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Java not hitting the taunt too. Like, I thought that was a thing. Okay, looks like Java might be back now. He's definitely moving human-like instead of bot-like. I will give him that. But all right, looks like we're gonna get into it. Java, I mean, are you in Discord together, or he's just trying to get a cheeky swing right there?
That almost looked like a bot when he threw out that first neutral light. Okay, that seemed like a bot because he did that and then started jumping weird.
Yeah. So hopefully he's back in the game and ready to play. I mean, unfortunate the way that these connections can sometimes go, but that's the internet for you. Or maybe that is still a bot.
Man, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. But I don't blame megd for going in because, like, you don't want to be that player that loses a stock to the bot.
True.
That happened in EU, and that player, I'm not even going to name him now. They will never live that down. They will never live that down. Till the end of their days, that will follow them forever. Java going to struggle here to find his way back in. Even if he's playing at the level that he was before, this is a very difficult lead that megd has to come back from. At least Java is up 2-0 in this set.
Yeah.
So that gives him a little bit of a room to work with. He can maybe reset the router, reset the modem in between games, even if he catches the L on this one.
Yeah, and honestly, it would be a crazy comeback, and I feel like if he was able to get that comeback, it's going to, be wonders for his mental. Being this far down and still being able to take it. This guy's not even in, like, a deep or, like, a real yellow yet. He's finally starting to get there. But Java sitting in a deep orange, almost hitting that red, and he is going to be in the red now, man. This is probably going to be it for him on this game at the very least.
Nice catch.
Yep, and okay, still doesn't go off the stage though. Meg, really having no reason to. I guess that's going to be a situation where he could get reversed, so he's like, all right, I can continue to just whittle down at this last stock.
megd right on the corner, just waiting for Java to push up. D-Light ground pound. Nice side air. Java at least trying to fight his way back into this one as best as he possibly can. Finding some really good damage here. Might find a KO pretty soon until he eats the recovery from megd. Gets taken off the top. We're going to be moving into game 4 as megd wins that game.
Yeah, man. And, you know, a little unfortunate. Not sure exactly what happened with Java on his connection, but hopefully he's able to, you know, get that all sorted out and get into this game 5 as we get, or this game 4 as we pick what stage we're going to next. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, things happen. You know what I mean? Happen to me sometimes too. You know, you're playing, and next thing you know, the lightning bolt hits your house, and yeah.
Or just
what do you do?
The ISP says, "No more gaming for you. It's time for you to go outside and touch some grass." Which hopefully Java can get through. We don't want to go outside. We're gamers.
You ever looked at the? You ever like done the map to look at the outages, and it's just right over you?
It hurts. That hurts to see. At least it does. Like it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like, all right. Yeah. As long as it's not me, I pay my bill. I know it's not me. All right. So here we are, back to the Lions. Let's go ahead and see what we can get here on this 4th game.
It looks like I think this is an actual proper game. I don't think we're going in for a button check or anything like this. We're seeing the Spear versus the Gauntlets. D-Light into the Nair coming out from Java. Now keep in mind, this is a top 8 winner's side qualifier match as we are here in game 4. The score is Java up 2-1. Nice double D-Light. No shot. That's a bot anymore. There you see flipping that one around. Side light into the turnaround. D-Light trying to catch megd dodging to the left.
You guys have bot levels in this game? I feel like they should be able to do some more advanced tech like that, right?
There's definitely, like, the chosen bot is, like, the goated bot.
Okay.
That can, like, immediately react out of hit stun, like, the first frame.
Nice.
But that isn't the AI that it defaults to when you disconnect from a game.
Okay. All right.
Which would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Yeah,
if I was in a tournament, I would be like, oh, no, my internet is out. Uh-oh. Chosen bot, take the wheel. And then I end up moving into top 64 or something.
It's like, how did he do it? Like, he just kept disconnecting somehow. Like, I don't know. Speaking of, though, I was going to disconnect him off of that stock. Desynchronized. Not here, though. But it is, you know, in the game. Part of the creed. Anyway, Java is doing pretty good here on this 4th game. Go ahead and try to take it real quick so he can go ahead and get out of this and into this top 8. I know he doesn't want to deal with this megd for much longer. As he has been doing a good job of dealing with it, but at the same time, though, you know how sets go. You know, the set goes on too long, you start getting a little exhausted, start making some bad decisions. Next thing you know, you're getting overwhelmed.
It definitely looks like he got a swagger back, though. He's definitely in the lead here against megd, adding up some good damage. We've seen some high execution plays coming out from Java, some nice weapon tosses into pickups, nice GC D-Light into the side air. They're kind of bounce passing that weapon toss. In case megd tried to react a little bit too early, it slows that weapon down a little bit. So maybe by the time the iframes are done, megd might still get popped by it. Does have choice of weapons, sticking back with the sword. Haven't seen too much from the Gauntlets from megd. That seems to be something that Gauntlet players have struggled quite a bit with this weekend and last, is finding their way in with those Gauntlets. If they can find their way in, it's time to go to town. But a lot of Spear players, a lot of Lance players, even Sword players are doing a pretty good job of keeping the Gauntlet players out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, honestly, that's kind of what you have to do against the Gauntlets, you know, because once they get in, they end up getting some crazy strings, some crazy reads and whatnot. But you have the range. Use that range, you know. Hands versus actual, you know, weapons. The range is always there. So let's go ahead and see how Java now tries to go ahead and take the stock away from Meg. Meg is hurting, but Java has no weapon in hand. Finally manages to take that by getting that down air. Meg just got off. Actually, Java's playing super patient right now with the way that this is going.
I don't know if he's back to having connection issues. Like before what we just saw on that soft platform, it made sense for him to go back to that soft platform, wait for the weapon spawn while he's at the weapon disadvantage, because he's in such a lead right now. He doesn't have to push it too hard. He can just wait for the weapon spawn, come back, and continue that neutral that he's been winning at so far, giving him this huge lead. Nice ground pound, going to bounce off the wall. megd using side airs, bounces on the head. And that is going to be the stock. We see Java retreat back to the soft platform. Weapon spawn comes in. Going to be able to grab that. Back to the Spear. Perfect timing if you're Java.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, too, to see the way that Java's playing, because normally in platform fighters, being in the air like this is, like, not favorable. You don't want to be, you know, not on the ground, not access to all your options. Although you do have gravity cancels in this game. It's much easier to kind of position and reposition on the ground than it is in the air. So Java is not playing intense neutral. He's playing intense disadvantage. And I don't know how he's doing it. Like, I don't know how he's doing it, but he is actually winning this game like that. And megd really seems to have no answer to that.
I think some of that comes from playing Hattori, going to give you that higher movement speed, which includes being able to move in and out in the air. Also, playing on this map itself, you have that soft platform is at least a little bit of safety between you. It's raised up enough, so it's not super low. We're talking about some other maps like Crystal Temple or anything like that. So megd has to jump and then input a move, giving Java plenty of time to react to any of those options by the time megd actually gets close enough to put out a hitbox.
Yeah, megd does have pretty good movement too, as you can see. I mean, like the fast fall jumps are here. The way that he's kind of positioned and moving around can be a little tricky as far as marking him. Wait a minute, megd, again, not doing the best off stage against Java, getting reversed on, but doesn't actually lose that stock yet. Okay, see what he decides to do here.
No ground pound this time. Last time he got punished with the pogo. Not going to let it happen this time, especially when there's the option to switch over to the sword. Java going to lose that second stock just barely. Now going to spawn back in. You see megd going all the way to the top, throwing the weapon back to the sword. The weapon of choice, megd about halfway through final stock, is able to get back over to the sword and further deny the weapon for Java. Weapon spawn here, throws it up, grabs that sword again. Java without the weapon. Does he go in unarmed off stage? Put a little bit of pressure on the corner, but no major commitments. megd didn't spend too much time on the wall either. Actually recovered back onto the main platform very quickly.
Okay, hold on. Java, got sniped out of it, yeah, but, I mean, that would have been an ender for sure. Java wants to go ahead and clean this game up super quickly. megd does have a chance to make this comeback, but he has to play this one, real nice. And he hasn't really been on the side of, like, explosive damage. He's been, just kind of taking him down, while Java doesn't really care. He does hit him with the side air at the right part of the stage, and it's going to be over. Java taking that one and making it into the top 8.
That was a great game for Java. It was looking maybe a little bit tough at one point. Didn't know if those connection issues were going to persist, but it looks like Java was able to fight through them. One thing we saw just like completely fall off and not be an option for Java anymore is like first game, we saw 2 D-Light